don't think it's changing because just running recently, you're still faced with those same questions. What is your husband thinking about you running? Was he all for it? As if, I'm a separate entity. I have to have permission from him. So you have people today still with the questions you think they would have asked 20, 30 years ago. Even on the campaign trail, I was asked, because I do not have children of my own, do I like children? Why I don't have children? How can I be considering running for office when I haven't even started a family? So I don't think it's changed. I think we're just taking more notice to it and bringing it to the forefront and addressing it as it happens, which I think is good for women who want to enter into politics, that we are addressing these issues and not staying silent about them.
Speaking of some of those issues, the pay gender gap is something that is an issue that will probably be on the tips of the tongues of a lot of politicians, from the 2016 cycle moving forward, just because it's become a hot button issue. But it's something that we may pay lip service to, but we aren't necessarily changing or addressing the crux of the issue. And Patricia Arquette, who won an Oscar the other night, caused a lot of noise when she said that this is something that we should work on when she made her acceptance speech. But she kind of put her foot in her mouth when she went backstage and basically said that, yeah, it's time for all these people that we fought for, black people, LGBTQ people, and other entities that we fought for their equal rights. It's time for them to band together and help us. So it seems to be that there is still a split that, the privilege that's afforded to you based off of your skin color, and that's a totally different conversation, but that it seems that privilege still comes before the equality of gender, race, and sexual orientation. So even with, some women and a lot of men still believe that this is an issue, there still seems to be a split as to who deserves it first. Has that been your experience? Are you hearing that? Are you seeing that? Is that something that you're living with day to day? That even though, we're talking about it, but we're still not doing anything to address it?
Well, as you know, Mr. Henry, Black women are last in just about every category when it comes to equal anything.
Absolutely.
And so, I understand her feeling like they're being left out of the conversation. But we're still struggling for our voting rights. We're still struggling for, our children's lives when they leave the home. So I understood where she was coming from, but it still bothered me that, they're wanting us to put down our issues that I think that are important to our families to come and take up their plight, when it's easier for them to walk into an office and land the same job that you apply for with less qualifications and sometimes more money. Now, they may not be making more than a white male, but they're generally making more than a Black female. So I think she may have misspoke with all the excitement of winning an award. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And I think now that she's had time to assess her comments, I think maybe she will have a change of opinion and, see why these groups, the LGBT, women of color, are still out here fighting. Sometimes, you work with the information that you're handed, and maybe she was handed the wrong information. And she spoke on it. But we're all out here, trying to fight for the same dollar, is who gets it, in the end, which is mostly a white male, that we're trying to make sure that we have equal access to. In the state of Florida, we've had a bill up there, the ERA has had a bill up there over 10 years that hasn't been addressed. And that's because the legislature is predominantly male and predominantly white. So we don't look for that to be addressed anytime soon. Hopefully 2016 will bring this to the forefront. Hopefully her comments, now that they're out there in the public, in the wider audience, that they will be addressed on a national and on the state level.
Ever the politician, you gave the benefit of the doubt. That's not something I saw a lot of people doing. When the initial comments, everybody was like, yeah, go Patricia. And then when we heard what she said backstage, a lot of people started to pull back, saying that maybe this isn't the fight that she wants to take up. But I liked your answer. That was very familiar.
And I understand her, her position. But my position is this: my voting rights come, before whatever she's wanting. I have only so much time and energy to devote to a cause. And right now, I'm devoting my time and energy to causes that affect me and my family and me as a Black woman. And whatever time and energy I have left over, I have no problem stepping in and helping with her cause. But I have to address things that are affecting me and my family first before I can jump on someone else's bandwagon.